Today I'm here for our first wedding video, like tutorial. It's not a tutorial, it's not a DIY, it's just like you're going to engage what we're gonna do now. You know, what's your first step? What do you do? So we have, I made a list here to try to help you guys to realize what you want to do. Like, first, you need to know the date. Is the most important part. You're gonna get married how fast? You wanna get married in 3 months, you wanna get married in 6 months, and you wanna get married in 12 months. Normally, if you get any planner, wedding planner to talk to you, they will say that you need at least a year to plan the wedding without being stressful, because it is stressful anyway, but kind of that's why, you know, because you get engaged, you enjoy your engagement, you know, for a year, so you get everything prepared, save some money, get budget a little bit better. So first, I'm gonna start the tips for you. Like, you got engaged, yay! So now what we're gonna do? First, you need to know the number of the guests. How many guests you gonna have? Of course, you don't need to have the whole list together. You just got engaged. You have no idea. But if you got engaged, no, the next day you decide to make the guest list. But you got engaged and you guys are starting talking about getting the date, getting the wedding. We're gonna make a big wedding, a small wedding. You hear my cat? He's meow, meow. You're not going to get married, boy. And so we need to know, it's very important, you need to know the number of guests when you decide to start. Why? First, because you need to know your budget for that. And second, because you need to find a venue that will fit everybody. Sometimes you look a venue that's outside and so pretty, but the venue tells you, oh, here we can just have like 40 people by square feet or whatever. They have a max of people, then they will let you put inside that venue, outside or inside, because insurance, because it's space, because they know how many people will really enjoy the party if they have that inside their place. So that's very important, to know the guests, to know your date. Once you know your date, go find your venue. And before all that, you need to decide, do I want to make my wedding by myself, or do I want a wedding planner? And that's another video. I'm not gonna talk how wedding planners can help you, what they can do for you, because that will be like 30 minutes long, an hour long, you need a snack. But if you decide to do by yourself, I'm speaking on myself, that's gross. If you decide to do by yourself, you need to know the number of guests and your budget, so you can find the right venue for you. You cannot pick a gigantic venue if you have 40 people, because it's gonna look like a very small, or then nobody showed up. You cannot get a very small place if you want to put 200 people, because it's not gonna fit. So you need to know that and know your date. As soon as you know how many people and your budget, and you find your venue that fits everybody, you grab that date. You go there, you give you 50%, so probably that's what they're gonna charge you, the 50% to reserve your date, because venues, they get booked like crazy and super fast, and then you're not gonna have your date you want. So that's very important to do. The wedding planner. The wedding planner, I'm just gonna do like a really fast why you should have a wedding planner if you have the budget for it. Is because it's gonna get all and completely all the stress out of you. You're gonna not need to, you're gonna fall, baby cat. Come here. Do you guys wanna meet him? Say hi. Now my black shirt's gonna be full of fur. This is Fluffy. Say hi, Fluffy. Don't jump on me, because I have black shirt on today. And this one is Ghosty. Say hi, Ghosty. Hi, Ghosty. They wanna play. They're making noise, so sorry. What I was saying, I got lost of myself. I talk so much, then I can talk to you guys without complaining, you know, by myself. Wedding planners, remember, wedding planners. But the wedding planner is gonna do everything for you. She's gonna have the florist, the catering, the venues, that she's gonna do every single thing for you. Not that she's gonna make your flower arrangements. It's not that she's gonna take your pictures, but she knows the best professionals around you, and she's gonna contact them, and she's gonna have all that organized. And so the day of your wedding, everything runs smooth. Everybody knows what they need to do. Everybody knows what time they need to start, and you just need to enjoy. Put your dress on, have fun with your friends, your bridesmaids, and enjoy and have everything perfect. If you get a good wedding planner, don't go to the cheapest one, don't go to the more expensive one, because that doesn't mean anything. Ask around. Who knows? Like, ask who got married, who knows somebody that knows somebody else's wedding. I know that I'm just starting, but I know that I'm very organized. But how do you know that? You know? But talk to the person, meet them. Almost every single wedding planner is gonna meet you for the first time for free. It's a free consultation. You're gonna talk it, and you need to like the person, because you're gonna deal with that person probably for a year. So, yeah, you wanna like them, you know? You wanna feel that trust. And that first 5 seconds that you like or don't like somebody, you're like, ugh. So, get somebody that you know, then you can talk. And then, for the next video, I'm gonna explain. You started your colors, your guests, and everything you wanna know. Without the wedding planner, what you should do? First, if you're gonna pay everything, if your parents are paying everything, or whatever is paying everything, get a credit card that has the cash back. Because you think, it's just 1%. But you start, like, a wedding is not gonna be less than 40,000. Just if you do everything by yourself and be so small. I'm talking about a wedding, you know, with venues and music and photographer and video and everything. It's not gonna be less than that, because you're feeding your guests, you know, and you're doing all that. So it's expensive. So you want that to be perfect. So get a credit card and give you cash back. So you're paying and you're making money. That's a great tip. Once you reserve the date, you know, I'm gonna get married October 16, 2008. So if you know that, find your venue, reserve a venue. After you reserve the venue, you're gonna think about invitations. Do not think about invitations before you reserve a venue, because then if you're not reserved and you make your invitations, put the dates, put the names, put the address, and then they look at you as like, we don't have that date anymore. You were not sure, you didn't reserve it, and then you lost all that money for invitations. You can do DIY invitations. You can buy invitations at Etsy. You can buy, you can make it if you want to on the computer, or you can get the professional ones. They look pretty, and you know the box. Some comes butterflies flying. You know, you can go all crazy. You can do, depends on your budget. You can have like a bunch of things. And then I think the next thing you need to think about is your dress. What do you want to do for your dress? So try to find the best. I know that sometimes you look at magazines and like, oh my god, I really want a dress. But know your body. You know, I cannot have a dress that is like those skinny kind of things. Right? I'm tiny, I'm 5'3", you know, so that's not gonna look good like looking at a magazine. So think about your body. Go to a wedding shop, even if you're not gonna buy there. You wanna buy a design dress, or you wanna buy David bridal dress. Then it's totally fine. You know, you just need to find a dress that you love. Doesn't matter how much you're paying for the dress. Doesn't mean that you're gonna look prettier, or then everybody's gonna think you're fancy. No, find the dress that you love. And strapless dress, you need to worry about if you want a strapless dress. If your area is too big, even though they're gonna make perfect on you, you're gonna spend the whole, you know, party like this. Like, I have kids. I don't use anything strapless anymore, because I will do this all the time, because I think I'm moving around and having the kids and that. So you really don't want that. So that's a lot of tips that you can see. Go to a place, ask them, what do you think is look good for me? You know, do you think that's good? And you can try a bunch of dresses. And then you get a time, try everything, take a picture in the mirror, and then go home and then think about it. Tuxedos, bridesmaids dresses. What color is your party? You know, did you think about it? What do you want to serve in your party? Do you want to serve fish? Do you want to serve beef? Do you want to serve, you know, chicken? Normally you need to have more than one option because it's not everybody that's gonna eat that, and it's not everybody that eats meat too, you know. You have a lot of things to do, so that's why having a wedding planner makes everything easy, you know. Don't count with like, oh, but I have a friend that's gonna make the music for me. Yeah, that friend's gonna get there like 30 minutes later because she's getting her hair done, and then she forgot, you know, then she needs to get there before everybody else, you know. So I know friends that love to help, I have a friend, her friend's ankle does something. Go to professionals. You're spending so much money and it's your dream day. If you dream of the wedding since you're a little girl, don't mess around. And if you want to be perfect, I personally would say to you, try to get a wedding planner. That's a bunch of different budgets for wedding planners. People that are starting like me, people that's like way up here, then just do celebrities and they're gonna charge way more. So you can find somebody that's gonna work with you and it's gonna make your life so much easier, and everything is gonna be pretty and you need to relax. And then you need to see your flowers, because the florists, they are busy. If it's a good one, then it's easy, they're easy. They know everything about making parties. They are busy. So they need to know what you want, how much you want to spend for flowers, how much money should I spend for flowers, because you have no idea, you know, if you never get married. So that's other thing that wedding planner is gonna help you to know how to separate your budget. And normally they have deals with people because they work so much with the same people that they can get better prices than you that never saw that person and go there and ask, oh, I need 5 centerpieces. You know what I mean? There's so much details that you need to think about it. That's why people get stressed and they turn to Bridezillas. They do happen. They really do happen. And if you're doing your wedding outside, have a plan B. You need to have a plan B, because if it's gonna look like rain, probably it's gonna rain. And then, even though you wanna be there and you want to be at the beach and it's gonna rain, half of your guests are not gonna get wet and go there. You know what I mean? So try. You can do a wedding cheap with your friends. I'm not saying that you need to spend a bunch of money. You know, you can have a small wedding if you're super crafty and you can make a bunch of things. You know, you have a friend that can help you. You can put them together. If you don't expect everything to look professional and everything to go as smooth as possible and nothing happen, because that will happen, because people don't know, everybody's trying to help, there's no schedule, no itinerary, they have no idea, they is just like walking around and trying to help you, and that doesn't help. That makes the bride stress, that makes the moms of the bride stress, and when the mom of the bride stress, makes everything goes like. So you want everybody to be really good. Guys, I'm sorry my background, I'm looking and it looks horrible. I bought a background so you guys can see everything pretty, because the other side there is my cake where I film my cake videos, so it's the other side. And here I was trying to make it pretty, but it has so much stuff. The rehearsal dinner. Who's gonna help you in the rehearsal dinner? Where are you gonna do that? Who goes to it? Because if you invite everybody, you pay for another wedding. You pay for another dinner. So you need to think about everything, and that's when a wedding planner is gonna help you. And I learned a lot. I just got my certification by the Bridal Society, and I learned so much, and it was amazing to see how much Lauren knows about wedding and how much knowledge and the years, because it's not just get a book and learn everything, you know. Depends on you. Depends how much you want to be organized, how much you're gonna do it, how much everything is gonna plan out, and you need to love it. You know, you need to love events and party making, and I do love. So if anybody's in Florida, I'm close to Melbourne, and everybody needs my PO box, all my information is down below. You can contact me or go to our website. magictouchweddings.com is in construction because I just started. I had my other cupping cakes with me, that's my other channel already on, but you can contact me by magictouchweddings with 2s at gmail.com. I will put it here somewhere for you guys if you wanna get married and you want my help here, and close to Melbourne, Space Coast, Cocoa Beach, Fort Lauderdale, like all this part of Florida. I would love to help you. I dedicate all my time to you and you're gonna feel like a princess. But if you're not here and if you want to learn DIYs and how to make your own wedding and how to organize everything, you can come here to my channel, then I will really help you guys too. So thank you so much. I talk to you guys soon. Bye.